Hey guys, welcome back to Koala Cafe Podcast. Today I am here with Alen, Rosey, and Unicorn. How are we all doing today?
I'm
doing
good.
good
How are
today.
you?
I'm doing good.
Good to hear.
Now, I would like for you all to pay attention to this quick question I may have all for you.
Oh no.
So, you know how tomato is considered a fruit, right? Or a
Yeah.
vegetable, whatever? I don't even know at this point, but so where does ketchup come from?
The tomato.
Tomatoes.
Tomato.
So, wouldn't that be considered as a smoothie?
Oh, that's nasty.
That would be
I
one.
mean-
I mean, I guess.
I mean, if you think about it real quick, the ketchup is considered technically a liquid, right?
I
mean,
I think so.
I guess.
And what is considered as a smoothie?
I mean, isn't a smoothie just
Isn't it like just
thicker
like,
liquid?
yeah?
I mean,
isn't it-
a smoothie is technically, yeah, like that. But if you want me to be honest with you, I would have to consider ketchup to be a smoothie of the,
Right.
like
But
the tomato.
but take ketchup and then take an actual smoothie and compare their consistencies.
I mean, you can freeze the like smoothie, not the smoothie, but you know what I
Right.
mean, right?
Would you
Cons-
like,
drink
yeah.
ketchup?
So I don't drink ketchup, but if you think about it real quick, ketchup is actually a smoothie. If you freeze it, it'll technically be considered as a smoothie, right? It's just very liquidy at the moment. Just like how every other
Mhm.
smoothies. If you warm it up, it's gonna turn liquidy. Ketchup is liquidy. But as it's like warm, but when it's colder, it's gonna get frozen. So it'll be considered as a smoothie, right?
I
Yeah.
guess.
I
Never
guess.
thought of it that way.
Because like
Neither have I.
I mean, this is the first time that all of you have agreed to another one of my questions. I feel.
I didn't say that now,
I
but
mean,
I
you
don't know.
technically did.
Congrats.
Thank you. I mean, I'm still right.
I don't know if you're
Uh,
necessarily right. It's just that everyone in this podcast agrees.
Got you there.
ketchup smoothie. Who
Wow.
would have thought? Well, since we're discussing sauces for some reason, let's talk about mayo and sour cream. Earlier on, I
Disgusting.
think disgusting. You don't like any of them.
I hate both.
I like one of them, and it's sour cream. Sour cream's great. Okay.
Okay. I like both, to be honest. I think Maddie brought up earlier on how she thought that they were the same, but I honestly wouldn't agree.
I don't think they're no.
Wait, repeat the question.
They're both
Mayo
awful.
and sour cream being the same?
Mayonnaise and sour cream. I mean,
If you taste them, they're not the same. I'll tell you that.
I mean,
Yeah.
different textures, but you know what I mean, right?
Hey, we're talking about textures again. See?
What is with
Same
you?
thing. Same thing. Different taste. It's just like a smoothie. Freeze it up, and you get a smoothie.
But it isn't the same taste though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, not the same taste. Then it's not like. Okay, if you hear me out real quick, anything like mayonnaise and sour cream, even though they're not the same like in taste, it's similarly like almost consistently together. If you really think about it in that way. I mean, just like tomatoes being like ketchup smoothie or whatever, it's just that the smoothie of the ketchup is just like more frozen. That's just an
Yeah.
example. And we all agreed on that. Thank you. But essentially what I'm like saying is that mayonnaise and sour cream, although they are different in taste, they're still technically considered the same thing. Just different compounds.
So would you
Mm.
ever eat a ketchup smoothie?
Eat.
Oh, you
Eat.
I
can't
would
eat.
love to
Can't
eat
eat.
one.
I mean,
only
you
drink one.
can.
I
Well,
don't think you could.
since we're still on the topic of food, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is everybody's favorite food here? Or favorites?
I'm gonna
Cotton
be honest with
candy.
you.
Okay, so I like spicy food, and I love spicy food, and
Ooh.
I have curry every week, and also every Saturday. So, but every 2 weeks after. But Curry's the best. Like, but it depends.
Curry's pretty nice.
Gotta be honest with y'all, I've never had curry before.
Okay,
Neither have
Shad. Dan.
Oh, I mean, don't look at me. Plus, hey, I don't have like a favorite food or anything like that. I mean, hey, it's just food, really.
Well, what do you eat the most often? What would you prefer?
The thing is, I don't have like a favorite though. That's the thing.
You'll just eat anything.
I mean, as long as it tastes good.
That's fair.
I mean, as long as
candy is
it
the
tastes-
best.
I've only had cotton candy twice.
Cotton
Well,
candy.
you should have it more often. I had it like
Wait,
an hour ago.
did someone mention cotton candy?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, fun fact actually about cotton
Mm.
candy is that cotton candy is actually made out of cotton.
No,
Okay,
I
explain
don't
this,
think.
I
Shad.
refuse to agree. This is not
Cotton
something I'm gonna
candy.
get away with. Nope, nope, nope.
Yep,
I
cotton
just don't
and
think that's
candy.
right.
It's just made from regular candy mixed with cotton. That's how it's made.
So we're
Have
just
you?
eating
Um,
cotton. We have
you
cotton
sure
candy.
about that one?
Yep, I'm very sure about that. It's
Have you-
made
have
from
you ever
cotton
seen-
plants.
Have you
Okay.
seen cotton candy being made? How they pour magical sugar into the machine and it just starts spitting out cotton candy. I don't
Yes.
think there's any cotton in there.
I
I
don't
don't
think
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 there
so
is.
either.
Then why is it fluffy?
because
Because of
it
the
can't-
spinning.
Well, and the thing is though, cotton is also like smooth and all that, right? Really? Isn't?
I guess.
Well,
yeah.
they call it
Yeah.
cotton candy for a reason, but
Then why is it
There's
cotton candy
other
called?
names.
but it isn't cotton. Okay,
then
it's
what
just-
is it?
It's kind of
it
fluffy.
seems like it. Okay.
Then what's the other name for?
Candy floss.
Candy floss.
Yeah.
That's...
Candy floss. I've never heard of that before.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't?
No, never
Wow.
That's a
have.
pretty common name.
I've
You got
never
candy
heard of candy
floss.
floss. Did y'all like put like tooth floss in it and then just like got candy floss out of it?
No, because like cotton candy, it's like a bunch of little strings, so it's like candy floss.
Then that is cotton candy floss, whatever it's called, because you're just using tooth floss and whatever, and putting it together with the candy. Boom, you got candy floss.
Alen has clearly never seen cotton candy be made.
I mean,
probably
I'm
tried
not
it.
surprised.
Have you tried cotton candy?
I've made cotton candy before.
You've made it.
So,
Then
so you
yeah.
made.
so you
took,
put cotton in your cotton
Hear
candy?
me out.
took
Hear me
cotton
out. Shad
and
would be the
floss.
person. Shad
Yep.
would be
To
the
make your
person
cotton
like to
candy?
burn his house down just by making cotton candy. even though-
Actually, fun story. Actually, happened in last semester in foods class. Actually.
Oh boy.
Oh
No.
boy, here's
on
the
fire.
Down
here's
the
the story
kitchen.
real quick. Well, basically what happened was I forgot that if you put grease or whatever you want to call it, like you know when you use like that type of oil to fry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That day we were making something with the frying, like with frying, and let's just say I put something. Well, I didn't put something, but I put the oil in running water.
Oh no.
No,
Mhm.
no.
Yikes! It
And
went
it was really
all
hot,
over.
was it?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yep. It was really hot, and I messed up
Did you burn yourself?
a little bit.
Did you
Good.
set off the fire
Yikes.
alarm?
Good.
No, but I almost got someone else hurt a little bit.
Good job.
And in the result, at the end, I got yelled at.
No, well,
You got yelled at. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't they teach you that in food class?
No, they don't actually.
Oh, okay.
They should start teaching that then.
they
they
should if they haven't.
Because people like Alen will start doing things like that and burning down the kitchen.
It was accidental because like I just put it in, all of a sudden I just see sizzling. I'm like, oh shoot.
Honestly, if I saw Shad cooking, I would go the opposite way, and I would.
Actually-
Run away.
No,
I
listen,
would
hear
not
me
be
out
in
real
the
quick.
room.
I'm good with baking, but with frying, no.
I don't
That's-
trust you with any type of
Okay,
cooking.
I can make
I don't
cookies,
trust you with
cupcakes,
anything hot.
like.
Those aren't real. I saw those cookies, Shad. They are not. No.
Oh no, that was something else. That was frosted cookies.
No. I still have a picture. Hold on 1 second. I
No,
will find that
uh-uh,
picture.
uh-uh.
I will expose you.
No, like I did not make that.
Here, let's be honest. We've all had our cooking
Brr.
mistakes. Have we all burnt something trying to cook?
Yep.
I've burnt mac and
Yeah.
cheese.
You burnt mac
Almost
and
burned down the
cheese.
house.
How'd you
I
manage
set
to
off the
burn
fire
mac and
alarm.
Good
cheese?
job.
That's impressive.
I mean,
I've burnt toast, but like,
here's the thing though.
hey, we're
Like-
still waiting for that picture. Hold up.
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all
finding it.
talking
I am
about. Mm-mm.
finding it.
Nobody's gonna
We'll
find it.
come back to it. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'm finding this picture. I'm dedicated to it. I'm gonna find it.
I mean, you're not gonna find that picture. I'm
I'm
just gonna say
going to
that now.
find it.
Oh no, you won't.
I posted it in Koala somewhere. I'm gonna find
Oh
it.
no, you
I'm
didn't.
gonna find it.
Oh no, you didn't.
Unicorn scrolling through like 3,000 text messages or
I am.
Discord messages just to find a single
Probably.
picture.
Yep.
Hold
you.
up. Wait a minute. We got a question from one of our viewers, and it's a very
hold
important
up.
question.
I have
All
to
right.
take another ad break. Real
No,
quick.
you
It's
don't.
beneficial.
You don't.
Oh yes, I do.
You don't get to take any breaks here. All right. So
Oh,
we
I'm
got a
sorry. I heard
question.
there was an ad break.
Nope. We got a question here from Angie Martin. And they
How's y'all
said
doing?
they said next podcast you guys
No.
should ask Shad 6 why
How
he
was
picked
today?
6 instead of 7.
Ooh,
How
I have a
dare
very
you
long
not pick
story.
You should have
seven?
chosen 7.
it was a very long story of how I've managed to find it as a 6. Back in the Western Front, I was born in a kingdom very far in the west. I was born with 5 other people, and what happened was we were all essentially going to become knights of the far west. What we first had a plan was to simply train on our own behands. And
What
Essentially.
is this?
I'm sorry, guys.
that's
I just
well,
witnessed the most beautiful picture.
Oh no,
I
you
have-
did. Oh my god.
We found it. I told Becca to
Wow.
find it.
Me. That was not me.
That's
That
gonna
was
be
Yeah,
put
those
up
are
on
really
screen
good.
for y'all.
Oh
So
boy.
I'm really
That's
impressed.
not me. That's
Listen,
not
I
me.
enjoy
told
that.
I DM'd Becca because I couldn't find it. I was like, "Can you send the picture of Shad's cookies? Because I just want to expose him." And she did.
Oh my. Everyone
Victory.
indicates he has like a full like collection.
that
Of
green one,
my
it looks so unappetizing.
Oh my.
Wow,
Listen,
one
I
of
didn't
its
you do
legs is
something
like
with
cut
a
off.
pizza before? Didn't you make pizza before?
Mm-mm,
You're the person who made. I'm finding that as well. Okay, 1 second.
How
I
did they
did not.
I think
taste?
the pizza was the worst.
Oh my. See, this is the type of stuff that I have to endure every time in this podcast.
I see nothing wrong with it.
I see everything wrong with it. Now
You
back
got
to
any more
my story.
pictures?
I found
Sorry,
it. I
back
found
to
it. I found the
No,
pizza.
you
I found the
didn't.
pizza.
You're so lucky I can't delete stuff.
Okay.
But back to
let
my story
me-
real
Let's see
quick.
this pizza.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna tell the
Maybe-
story afterwards because I know for a fact y'all are gonna start laughing at it. People can't even like see what we're talking about.
I mean, as soon as I saw those cookies, like,
Okay, the cookies weren't that bad. Let's be
Here,
honest.
I'll help them imagine. One of the legs is cut off from the
Okay.
gingerbread man. And then the other
I
one
tried-
looks like a weirdly dyed Sour Patch Kid with like vibrant green frosting.
we
I've
got
told
some
Becca to come
defective
help me
cookie
out with
cutters there.
pictures. Okay. I
First
found
off-
another one though.
I tried my best, but it did
Listen,
not work.
okay, this
They don't
isn't going to
look
be the
very
pizza one, but I
appetizing.
found something else that Chad made, which looks really bad. But anyways,
Oh my, this is bullying at a whole new level.
listen, you deserve it. Let me
Well-
just.
If you really think about it, making food is kind of hard.
Yeah, but
Oh my. Well,
Becca
let's
is
just
helping
say.
dude,
Okay,
listen.
in my defense, hear me out real quick. I did not make the food.
Who did?
Someone else.
Liar.
Someone
who's
else
this
named
someone else?
Shad Sick. Maybe
Not
two.
me.
Shad
Was it Shad
6
7?
cookies. The Shad, the Shad 7
It
cookies. Oh
must have
my
been
god,
Shad.
it must have been.
Actually, continuing back to the story real quick.
The seventh night.
Mm,
Or whatever you
maybe.
said.
Nah,
Go
it
on,
was
we
just
want to hear
the
this story.
sixth. Essentially, what happened was it was a very dull day. Well, not a dull day, but it was very, very difficult day. At the final selection process of our end of the month of the trial period, unfortunately, the other 5 have been eliminated. And in result, I was the last knight of the Far Western Kingdom to be considered as a knight. And ever since that day, the other 5 have no longer been with us. But I am still here as the 6th knight from the Far Western Kingdom.
What if we don't care about the 6th night? Where's the
Yeah.
That was a
7th?
terrible
I'm the
story.
6th
I
knight.
care about the 7th one more.
Nah, I
Petition
dealt with them.
for
I dealt with them.
Wait,
Change
so
your
where
name
did
to
Shad
Shad
5
5.
go?
Shad 4, Shad 3, Shad 2, Shad 1, Shad 0 were all disqualified, eliminated.
disqualified. What happened to them?
Let's just say it was a very, very bad day for them. We were challenged in the arts of combat.
Just a quick thing. Shad, you want to explain this one?
Oh, what are those?
That's not mine. That's not
I
mine.
like the
Yeah.
burnt edges.
Oh no, that's not mine.
They
That's
bring
not
out the
mine.
goldenness.
Oh my! That was not mine.
That wasn't
No,
yours.
that wasn't mine. That wasn't mine.
Those probably tasted like rubber.
No, that's not mine.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
You sure?
Yep.
I think.
I
I
thought
think.
that's unicorns.
No. Listen, I would know better. Okay.
All right, I
Unlike
want
you.
to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This.
All right. Well, in my defense, first time.
What is your
Boy,
defense?
do you like defending yourself.
Mm-hmm. Just like in the art of war that I have encountered with the other 6
Mm-hmm, sure.
in the Far Western Kingdom, it was very bad. But all I'm just gonna say is that overall, I became a great cook.
Yeah, I mean,
Yup.
we could
You
tell.
sure?
We could tell.
Well, let's just say the amount of work I put in for my cooking was
Oh, how
astonishing.
thoughtful.
I
You
think
should
you're
try
just.
to get your time back. I just don't think it worked out.
Well, let's just say the cooking classes never helped. Actually,
think about it. Shad's cooking classes, like nobody would attend.
that's a disaster. That's
No,
gonna be
people
like,
if they want to burn down the kitchen, then maybe that then
well,
or they want to make cookies that look interesting.
I'm just gonna say this now. I feel as if like if I were to make a TV show, it would not fall under like one of the best. I would feel as if it would fall under one of those like true TV like Impractical Jokers type TV shows.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Impractical Jokers is the best.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what's y'all's favorite TV shows?
I don't watch TV.
Neither
Surprisingly.
do I.
Neither do I. Unfortunately, this question has been a waste.
Then why'd you ask?
Well, all right, listen. Craze asked first, and I thought it was like
I did not ask the question.
Wow,
You came up with the
Craze.
question. You're just
Yeah,
trying
you
to
did
put
ask
this all on me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's
So,
just.
does nobody here have Netflix?
No.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
So you do watch shows.
Well, I watch shows, but they aren't TV shows. Okay, you have to
True
think about it.
TV.
But it's
Oh.
not. No, Shad. You have to look at here. Look at my point of view. Okay. So Netflix is movies, and then
Yeah,
there's another part
and
of the world which
series.
is TV show. Well, I don't watch that. Okay, but
All right, so you didn't watch any of that like stuff on Netflix, like Impractical Jokers or
no, I don't watch a lot of stuff.
Oh.
Unless my friends make me watch stuff, but that's it.
Speaking of which, what is y'all's thoughts on like what's your whole opinion regarding like video games and like mines and all that?
Mines?
Well, think about it this way: do like video games help us as like humans and all that?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
I thought you said mime. I got really confused.
Video games and minds. To make it clear. Minds.
Like, if you think about it, video games actually could help us a lot.
Could?
Like,
They do.
they could.
Let's just argue that they already do.
Yeah, that actually is the proven fact. I mean, even though people do say that video games quote unquote cause violence, I mean it depends actually. I mean, essentially what I'm saying is that video games actually help a lot of people out. You see,
I
Video
don't think
games-
Adopt Me will be causing violence.
I mean,
Just, I don't see that happening.
yeah, I mean, like what I kind of discourage is that like people claim that video games can cause violence. I mean, they don't entirely cause violence. I mean, I do see from where they're pointing it out, but really, it's just not their fault. Really, it's just
You also have to think of it as their age. So if, let's say, a younger kid was playing a violence game, then I would understand. And also, there's many violence games, but as well, like there's still like games, and it doesn't mean if one like I guess genre or some like type of game is wrong or whatever, it doesn't mean the other games are, because we have thousands of games anyways.
yeah,
It doesn't directly transfer to real life.
yeah.
And I
like,
think
video
most people
games-
understand.
Like video games sometimes, and not sometimes, but often do help a lot of people out. It helps like with essentially like, you know, helping others people, like having entertainment or helping people study and all that. I mean, even myself, like, hey, I've been playing like a lot of games, and with these games they've helped me like understand more things.
Yeah. Honestly, I just
And-
play them for fun, taking a break, you know, de-stress. It's
Yeah.
great.
100%.
And like
I feel
Roblox
like
Studio,
a good way.
like Roblox Studio, although may not be really a good example. I mean, it is a good example. The thing is, though, like Roblox Studio helps people like script well and all that. And with
Oh,
this
yeah.
type of scripting, you can get like a job at Roblox, and boom, got a job. Like,
Oh, you can learn a
video-
lot with Studio.
yeah.
I've
And
never been to like, I guess I've never been interested in that like I guess department, you can say, like scripting and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can definitely say like you can learn so many skills like throughout like a video game. And
Yeah. Plus, you can also gain a lot of money from a video game, essentially. Like, for example, okay, I stuttered there, but some popular YouTubers like PewDiePie or Markiplier, they all play games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And games help them make money because it attracts viewers to them. Essentially, games are really helpful for like everything, essentially, like what Unicorn said, like getting skills, and like what Craze said, helping like entertainment, stuff like that, essentially. And what I would have to say is that games itself is very like important to us, and not like only to us, but like to everyone, essentially.
Yeah.
it's just a great way to like, I guess, like de-stress, like it's a good way to just
Sit
calm
back.
down and yeah, it's like a, for me personally, when I get on like after school and stuff, that's just a nice time where I can just spend with my friends online, or I mean, it's just a good way to relax. Like I play like Minecraft, for example, and I just go on and build, and that's like I'm still like vibing and I'm doing building, and it's just a
Yeah.
good way to de-stress. Like
Mm-hmm.
Like, without games, essentially, it would make it like it would decrease a lot of entertainment, from my personal opinion, considering that nowadays, since we're a lot with technology and all that, games are often very common. Like right now, you could go play a random Steam game or a random game on like the browser. Unsure if really browsers have any more games, considering that Java, if that is it Java.
Club
Or, no,
Penguin,
Flash.
anybody?
Oh my god.
Has
Club
anyone
Penguin is the
ever played
best.
Club Penguin?
I have.
I actually never have.
I never
invested
have.
so much time into that game. and then only for it to
Same.
get shut down. That was the saddest day
Yeah, it
of my
was.
life.
When I saw Club Penguin, because I saw a video come out about it, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna check this out later." Never checked it out. So I guess I missed a memory there, but oh well.
Let's
I
be
think
honest
Animal
here.
Jam's still a thing. Maybe.
I think yeah, it is.
I used to play that all the time.
Okay, now I've played that.
Like, I think not a sad, but like a historical feature within many browsers that was lost was Flashpoint. Y'all remember that?
I don't know what that is.
What
I don't
was
think
it?
so. I don't.
Does it let you like run certain Flash games?
Yeah,
Just
Flash Player. Yeah.
Flash
Yeah.
Player. Okay, no,
Yeah, yeah,
now I
yeah.
know.
Okay.
Okay, I thought it was Flashpoint for a second because
Well-
like it hasn't been brought up a lot.
Does it still exist?
Nope.
Or they're just not supporting it?
They're
Because
not.
every week my browser's there shouting at me saying uninstall Adobe Flash Player, and I'm just ignoring the message.
Like games discontinued the Flash Player, so
Yeah.
a lot of games were impacted, especially on like very popular websites that like many people played browser games on. Like
That's
back
really
then,
unfortunate.
browser games were like incredibly popular. Now that Flash Player was discontinued, it kind of impacted that like certain industry.
I don't know how they're making it now. They probably need to work
Yeah.
Flash
around.
was just like my whole like childhood. Like it's just I was so upset about Flash because like I just knew it for a while. Cool math games. Okay. Cool math games.
I loved
Yo,
Pop
math
Tropica, I
games.
have played.
What was that one pizza game?
Oh,
Pizza
I
game.
don't.
Papa's
Papa's.
Pizzeria?
Yeah,
Pizzeria.
Papa's
All
Yeah.
the Papa's games are amazing.
Yeah, they were so
All of them.
good.
Are
Dude,
great.
I was the best chef in that game.
you probably just like broke the game, Shad.
Oh yes,
How
I
many-
did actually.
Prodigy Math was my favorite game ever. Because 127 was developed from that game.
Since we did talk about Shad with his why didn't he pick Shad 6-7? Dance, why did you pick 127? Anyone else explain?
I've told this story way too many times.
Sorry, she told it to me,
It's
but
very complicated. I think I've told it on the podcast before, movie.
I think you have.
I believe I did.
Yeah, you did.
still,
Should I say it again?
Up to you.
Okay, well,
we can do like a
mini
quick summary.
version.
Yeah.
In 5th grade, I played this game called Prodigy Math. And part of my password was Rosey127. So, from there on, 127 has been my favorite number, and now it's in my user.
Lovely.
Nice.
Amazing story. But
Short and
ew,
simple.
math. I mean, we love math. Math is
No, we
great.
I don't like
don't?
math.
Alright, everyone, I have a question real quick. Do y'all like math or no?
No.
No.
Let's be honest here. Not to throw any hatred to like
That's gonna say
any math teachers out there, but I just feel as if math is a little bit unnecessary sometimes. I mean, in some standards, I feel as if like math is important, but in a majority of the times, math is considered unnecessary and useless.
Basic math. And if we were just taught the math that we have to use in our everyday lives, not crazy, unnecessary
Yeah.
math like you're talking about, but
There is
education.
some. There's
Honestly-
just I feel like some math.
There's
stuff
only
that you
that
can-
1% that is actually useful. 99% is rest is unnecessary and useless. Like,
Yeah, I
If you're
kind
gonna
of
be like a math major, then you couldn't. I wish you had the ability to choose, like, okay, I'm going into math, so I want to do more of this. But everyone else doesn't need to sit there and continue to do something they absolutely hate.
yeah, like I feel as okay. Well, I can't really say it because it may interflict with the whole education system. So, but I just feel as if like, well, all right, I'm actually gonna say it. I just feel as if many standards, like many schools require math. I just feel as if that shouldn't be a requirement, even though that's an important aspect, because math itself, it's okay to have, but it's just unnecessary essentially to like like why should someone be held back from a graduation if they're struggling with one subject which is required, which is, for example, let's say algebra 2. Like, I'm not saying I'm struggling with it. I'm just saying, like, that entire class for graduation is completely pointless to have because it, like, let's say, like, you want to be, like, I don't know, a doctor or a lawyer. Unfortunately, you can't get it unless you, like, beat that one class, which is kind of unnecessary, really, if you think about it.
No, that totally makes sense there. Having something like math, even if someone's struggling with it, imagine you're like a perfect straight A student and you're good in all your classes, but you're just struggling there with algebra or some sort of math, and that one class is just keeping you from passing or getting somewhere. Like, for example, here in most higher level education and colleges, they all require like an not above average, but near average level in just general algebra and math
Yeah.
courses to even enter, right? Then you have to take entrance exams and all that stuff. But yeah, math I don't know.
I
Like,
kind of have a different perspective on it.
I mean,
Okay.
it technically depends really with what like career you're wanting to enter essentially. Like, for example, like why should a lawyer, well, we're using a lawyer for example, why should a lawyer be having to do algebra 2 or algebra 1, trigonometry or stuff like that essentially because they are dealing with law and all that.
It would be cool if we already had um like our careers planned out in school and we can go ahead and take custom paths, if you get me, where you
Yeah.
only learn what you would need. But unfortunately, that isn't the case.
The
Yeah.
only thing with that though is I'm not even sure what I want to do yet, and I'm like in high school. So like imagine as like a fifth grader or whatever, as a kindergartner, choosing your path.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
I honestly
Like-
didn't even find out till
With the math thing, so I'm gonna say my opinion, but my
Okay.
perspective on it. So we use math every day, and so I think definitely there's topics that I think it's kind of unnecessary, I guess. But I think every day, like we don't know what job we're gonna do. I mean, unless you have one. I mean, but if there's just like thousands of jobs, and yet I feel like each one of those jobs you're gonna use math for in some type of way. But that's how I'm viewing it. Like, I think definitely, like, there is some unnecessary stuff in math, but there's stuff that, like algebra, maybe that's a bit unnecessary, a bit, but then again, you're gonna use it, I feel like,
Yeah.
maybe.
Like, I completely agree with you. Like, there are some aspects that are actually helpful and like needing to be used, like fractions for like cooks and all that. Chefs, like they use fractions all the time to like make certain ingredients. But like you said, a majority of the like stuff that we're taught in algebra and math or stuff like that is practically unnecessary.
Yeah, there's definitely aspects of, like, math that are just unnecessary, I guess, like, don't know why, like... But,
I'm
Yeah,
tired
the
of
whole-
math.
Yeah. I mean, hey, next year I'm not taking a math class because I've already done all my math classes.
You're free.
You're free.
Yep, essentially. But college, nope. Hopefully, actually. Like,
Well-
it's just really unfair that many are being held back by certain aspects within math that's like practically unnecessary to have, and it's essentially like hard. Like, I bet there's these like people who are like, oh, how are we gonna make math even more harder and add more unnecessary things, essentially like that.
Isn't that with like every subject though, in ways?
Yeah.
Like, we have so many unnecessary things added onto the course, but at the same time, when it comes to education and stuff like that, we just got to be sponges. We just got to memorize everything.
Yeah. And like, it's just like within the education system, there's many broken things within it. Like, I don't feel as if like many schools, well, this is just my genuine opinion on it. Like, I feel as if many schools don't really teach you many other important aspects, like how to make a check or how to do your bills, how to get a car, stuff like that. Essentially, like I doubt. Well, I don't know if I want to say that word, but like essentially, you primarily or often would get like taught this if you're online. Essentially, like hey, like right now, I could search up something like how to make a check. Easy as that. I learned more from online than at school.
I can
Oh
agree
yeah.
to this. See.
And many schools just need to like focus on not learning, but doing more like classes that would be beneficial. And another thing that I like have a problem with in the education system is that I feel as if many teachers actually don't really have certain feelings about students. Like they just really care that like they just finish the year and boom, next year make more money. Oh, and if someone's struggling, then I don't know. Really, it's just that simple. Really.
I guess it kind of also depends what teacher you have because
Yeah.
right now in my class, I never was interested in this topic, but this teacher, he makes the topic more interesting. So I'm now more interested in this one topic more than I ever did before. So it just also depends on the teacher. But I'm
Yeah.
also
That's
quite
fine,
annoying in that
history.
class, but it is history. But I'm quite annoying
History's
in
not
that
that
class.
bad.
History teachers are fun.
Yeah, they are.
They're not actually that hard. Like history itself is really not that hard if you think about it. You just need to like I don't know, study more like history. I mean, the way people like the way if like I would have to give a hint, not a hint, but like a tip about history, like what your teacher's doing, try to make that class more fun or something like that. You know what I mean?
I think after a while of just studying it, it can get boring, which is why it can be like hard sometimes to just continue to push through and study.
Yeah. Like history classes only progress if once we progress through the years. Essentially, that's the only way a history class can grow, which is why history classes are actually easy to do.
I just really enjoy history, and it just depends on your teacher. In my eyes, it just depends on the teacher for me personally, but it also depends what we're learning, and if it gets like, I guess constant and I guess repeated loads of times, then I'm gonna get bored. It's like a repeated song. You can like
Yeah.
reference it as you're playing a song, and it could be any song, and you're just keep on playing it. It's like that. And then one day you're gonna get bored of the song and move on to something else. It's like that.
Yeah, essentially. But the only way, like I said, for history to actually grow is if history itself grows. So, like right now, since we're in 2021, the only real time that like history itself is going to grow is if once we're in like 2060 or something like that. That's a realistic number. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Until it gets like officially written in the history books, you're talking, right? Until
mean-
people finally start replacing everything.
I mean, I don't think history itself is going to like start getting replaced. It's just more stuff will be added on. That's why
Yeah.
this year is going to be these years was just easier than the future years. Because then in the future you're going to be studying like I don't know how we developed this like a time portal, what mechanics did we use, stuff like that. Essentially, that's how it's going to get
Yeah.
hard. So once you finish, yes, good for you.
At the end of the day, whatever class you may have or be taken, if the class is boring but your teacher goes the extra mile, it can change everything. And I found that to make a big difference. Like, personally, sorry, but I hate history. But
I'm blocking
I
you.
had the best history teacher ever. And eventually they just made me like it in a way, if you get me. Like, I still hate the subject, but I managed, you know? They just made it enjoyable. But yeah, moving away from all this math and education, how about we talk about a fun question? So we got a question here. Let's see. If you could telepathically say something that every single person on Earth could hear at once, what would you say?
I already know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna
Oh,
like
no.
sing
I
the
would
Rick
like to
Roll
say
lyric.
what
Rick
you would
Roll
normally
lyrics.
say.
Just copy paste the Rickroll lyrics?
Yeah, basically.
Wait,
You would
So,
drive
like-
everybody crazy.
I know, that's the whole point.
is this going to be continuous or permanent thing?
Let's just say it's like a one-time global broadcast that'll make people be thinking like, what the heck just happened?
100% Rickroll.
It would just be
I wanna
in their
say-
heads. It would be great.
It's just gonna be something. Ooh, I mean, it depends really.
Wait, no, I can do the unicorn podcast.
Oh no!
Welcome back to the
Oh,
Unicorn
anything
Podcast,
but
the number
that.
one podcast.
Anything but that.
Oh my
I would
god.
just say hi.
Honestly, same.
Nah, I would do the unicorn podcast.
Hello.
No.
I would say something that would annoy everyone, essentially.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that. I would love to annoy people, and annoying everyone, like that's an accomplishment. So I would definitely go for the unicorn podcast because I already annoy more people with that.
I mean, people would just be confused and scared. They wouldn't annoy people unless they understood.
They'll never hear. They'll just run away if they hear the unicorn podcast. The lyrics. Oh my god.
The next day, the number one thing searched on Google, what is the Unicorn Podcast?
Oh,
No,
definitely.
just advertise something. Because this is a once-off message going to
Oh, true.
billions of people in the
You
world.
can advertise anything.
This is an opportunity.
You could get rich real quick.
Advertise your bank account.
Please send
Maybe
money
not.
to.
Maybe not, but number one trending on Twitter after the broadcast.
But yeah, there's a lot
The
of
unicorn podcast
opportunities.
trending on Twitter.
That would be a moment.
That would be great. I would.
Here, this is what we would put in, right? We would just put in subscribe to the Koala Cafe YouTube channel.
Yes.
That's all we need to do.
That would
Yeah,
be cool.
and we'll get
And then
billions
we'll
of
get 6 billion people to subscribe and we'll break YouTube because I don't know. We'll make people think they're crazy
Yes.
if they don't.
I think it's just a great opportunity, you know? Anyways, running into another topic. Are you
Okay.
guys excited for summer? Because I know it's, I guess, still different than, I guess, last year's, if we would put it that way. But are you guys
Very
excited?
excited.
Honestly, kind of not, because I feel like I learned nothing this year. So I want to, like, stay in the present and, like, actually learn something and not feel like I just, like, wasted a year of my life. 'Cause,
My
like,
goal is
Mm,
to do
school has been
well,
But don't you want to take a break?
I mean,
a break from what? Nothing?
like,
But have you not been in like classes maybe or just
I've
I
been
don't
in
know.
classes, but that doesn't mean we're, like, doing anything.
But we're talking 3 months of no classes, 3 months of whatever you want to do. It's summer.
my goal for summer, because I'm already setting, like, I'm
You
trying
got
to go.
goals. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna do it this year. I wanna learn a new instrument, my ukulele.
Okay.
I tips on that, please help.
I would just say this now. I just feel as if like instruments, like band, orchestra, stuff like that, aren't really like. I mean, they're good and all that, but coming from someone who's previously was in it, I don't think it was worth it for me. Essentially, That's my
I love music, so I'm really dedicated and passionate towards music, and I really want to do an instrument. So
I can
Alright,
play the
this is-
trumpet.
Fair
That's
enough.
about it.
this is a note to all the future people who are going to be playing like in a band or orchestra. Don't be me who actually was looking off of other people's like how they played, because that got me in a lot of like underperformance. And yeah,
good job,
Believe in
Chad.
yourself.
yep. Funny enough, I remember I was playing the violin, and what is the other instrument? The viola or whatever.
The
Ooh, the big one.
viola.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know what
the
it's called.
huge violin thing. It's
Yeah,
not a
guys,
violin,
the
but whatever.
viola.
No. It's like the
It
other
is what
one.
it is. What's the name of it now? That's
There's a
bothering me.
violin and what is it called?
I'm seeing. I'm just gonna type in big violin
No.
instruments
It's like the other one that goes like it's on your neck.
on your neck.
Yeah.
Hold on, I know the
Viola?
name, I just need to.
The cello?
No.
No. Okay.
Is it the viola?
I'm just seeing
Maybe.
it cello or viola here?
Viola.
Okay.
So like,
That's
I remember someone was like, essentially like, I was playing the violin, someone was playing the viola, and I forgot that the viola and the violin were different, so I kept looking off of what they did, and yeah, that
Oh
got me.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
They probably didn't
That's what
sound the
happened.
same.
Why were you
good
standing
job,
next to
Shad. Just
Viola?
good job.
Yep. But anyways, I would just like to say I hope y'all enjoyed this wonderful podcast that we had today on May 4th. Speaking of which, may the 4th be with you all. I would also like to remind you all to like the video and subscribe to the Koala Cafe YouTube channel. And most importantly, if you would like to leave a suggestion for a topic or a guest in the future video, you can also use the Google form linked in the description. Thank you for watching this Koala Cafe podcast, and we hope to see you in the future again. Thank you all for watching. Having a great and amazing day.
Bye.
Farewell.